It was not long before Daodzai came to an arrangement with his old hosts, the Persians. My friend who work on the staff of the presidential palace have seen the suitcases of cash delivered from the Persian embassy to the evil wazir. It is a scandal that he who guards the door and the ear of our president should be in the pay of the Persians. Let me put it simply. The Persians control Daodzai and Daodzai controls the president. What has happened to the honor of the Afghans that we can accept that an agent of the Persians should control our president's office? How we wish that the only sin of Daodzai were accepting the Persian money. Instead, there is more. Omar Daodzai has turned the presidential palace into a center of commission work. For Daodzai, everything has a price. Pay him to get your appointment with the president, and pay him separately to get the signature you need to release your prisoner or claim your piece of land somewhere. He who would sell his country to the Persians will sell the carpets and the doors. The Persians. The history of our people is a history of suffering at the hands of the Persians until our forefathers won our independence from them by force of arms. All the world remembers Mirwais Nika as the Afghan hero who expelled the Persians from our land and made even the people of Isfahan respect the Afghans. Of course, the Persians tried many times to return, and all Afghans salute the brave people of Herat who starved for over a year to defeat a siege by the Shah's army and the Russians. Now the Persians know where is Persia and where is Afghanistan. We should be able to live quietly. No honorable Afghan would invite the old rivals to start their mischief again. But this is exactly what our misguided king and his cabal have done. They've allowed the Persians to resume their meddling in our country's affairs. People used to say that Persians are civilized, but every Afghan who saw the visit by Shah Ahmadinejad was ashamed and said that Persians have forgotten their manners. This arrogant man stood in the ground of the Arg and lectured us on who are our friends and who are our enemies, openly criticizing the path that the Afghan people have chosen to bring peace in their land. Can a guest ever speak like this? But what really shamed every true Afghan was the subservience of our misguided king. He just sat there, purring like a cat, while his arrogant guest made a mockery of Afghanistan before the world. His games would make a prostitute blush. For one day he's angry with America and so has to pretend to be another Hugo Chavez, making friends with Shah Ahmadinejad. But all the time he's just waiting for America to invite him again so that he can go there to flatter them again. Is there no true Afghan to lead us in a way Afghans can be proud of? Where is the leader who knows how to maintain the friendship of our friends and the respect of our enemies without shaming us in foolish jokes? But the misguided kings dealing with the Persians are much more dangerous than just inviting their Shah to insult us. The misguided king is so caught up in his playing of games that he has forgotten that the Afghan people want peace and stability. He has taken so much Persian gold, the briefcases of operational money, and has let the Persians take control of his office, so that now their spies have received the permission to operate freely in Kabul and the provinces. Daodzai has again controlled the king and quietly opened the door for his Persian masters. The wazir is no fool, however. He took a page from the Prince of Kandahar by working with the American Central Intelligence boss in Kabul. He takes the American gold, but what can he give in return but lies and deception? It must make his Persian lords squeal with delight that they can feed tainted fruit to the boss of the American intelligence while expanding their own spy interests on the American bases. Will a Persian spy work for the good of Afghanistan or for the good of Persia? Shah Ahmadinejad says that he would like to see the Americans leave Afghanistan. But everyone knows that actually he's plotting to keep them busy here as long as possible, even if the price is that Afghanistan should permanently be at war. Recently we've learned that the Persian spies have stepped up their activities against ISAF and the Afghan National Army. Daudzai has helped place their agents in companies owned by his relatives and the cousins of the king. They pose as engineers, but their purpose is to spy on our military capacity and that of our friends. They find excuses to enter the bases of ISAF and the ANA pretending to fix their equipment, but actually planning to survey them and guide the terrorist attacks. In Helmand, Kandahar, Herat and Farah, Persians have helped the terrorists to launch deadly attacks. The Persian spies, protected by the ARG, have now also started to arm the terrorists. They smuggle rockets and mines across the desert. These devices are for killing Afghans and for sabotaging the hopes we have of peace and stability. Only a madman could think of playing this kind of dangerous game, letting the Persians supply rockets to the Taliban to prolong the war in our country. Every person in the ARG who has taken the Persian gold shares in the sin of helping Afghans' enemies. The end of the kings. We the youth of Afghanistan know that these false kings will disappear like a bad dream. To deliver ourselves from the lying and cheating and stealing, we shall find our own hero and sweep them away. For our generation will build for itself a future of honesty and industry. The bad dream will pass. Place no trust in the princes or the misguided king or the evil wazir, for they will soon be gone and remembered only in the telling of this Shahnama. In that future time of honesty and prosperity, we shall remember how an incompetent king is a curse on the nation.